Hello, today's video comes from GG's $210 Bounty Hunter special where I made a sick comeback being down to less than one big blind, and well, let's see how it goes, but it's pretty nice comeback from in the final table, so let's dive into it. Let's see if how did I play, and maybe I made some mistakes, so we're going to analyze. So over here I opened with jacks, button calls, and B blind called 23 out of 32, so already very deep. So over here, I'm going to assume I'm going to triple off. On the turn, I kind of feel like I should probably just rip it in, not bet small. Because it's a blank card, whenever it's a blank card, it's kind of like, let's size up. So over here, open and face the jam. Pretty simple call. Need to win your flips to get those bounties. So far, looks very good. And we held, got a little bounty. Love to get bounties. Love to get bounties. So over here, kind of deep over here with 8s against button, 4 out of 25. So probably playing against chip leader. We go for a check call, check. I'm kind of in a camp more like should probably bet on the river for value myself, I kind of feel. I don't mind to go for a check call here though. So over here I'm just probably thinking about if he's going to find the bluffs. So if he's not bluffing, you don't need to bluff catch, right? And it's not like he's going to value bet worse or like unlikely. I guess he could have a couple of worse hands. So over here, 6-7-0. I'm mostly supposed to be checking this one back actually. Just on a like very low frequency end to mix into ISO. We flop open ender, but like 10 isn't like that great. Would love to hit the 5, so we go check. Betfair is on the turn. Kind of makes sense, my line. I can definitely have some 8x, 9x probably. Even some jack-x, I would probably take this type of line. I don't think I get to see bet 100% on the flop, so I'm going to have to check back a little bit jack-x as well, so... He's probably tanking there with the ace high, thinking if it's going to be good to call down. From his perspective, I do think whenever he has some ace highs, he probably has to just call, unless he thinks I'm not really going to find bluffs here, which I think it's not that difficult. There's quite a lot of hands to choose to bluff with, but hey. Maybe just that queen high, king high. Who really knows? Who really knows, huh? So 5 out of 12, 9 out of 11 now. So we open, calling very, like, because we face a very small 3-bet, I opt to call. I'm not that big of a fan of that, but like, yeah, kind of whatever. Yeah, once we face such a small 3-bet size and we just dunk it in on the flop. In position player on these short stacks, actually, we'll see a lot of bottom versus small blind c-bets, bottom versus big blind c-bets. You do see quite a bit of, like, not quite a bit, but like the jamming will be kind of frequent, I would say. It's not like super high frequency, but like does happen. So we went for a bluff over there. It seemed like a limp pot. We folding a pair of 3s on the bubble here. And we made a final table. Always nice to final label. That's where all the fun is. So, guys, some other people action. Open, 3-bet, all in with jacks against kings. Kind of standard stuff over here. We blocking king jack, so it's pretty much drawing dead. And we ladder up. So first place will be around 6,000 plus bounties. 5,800 plus bounties to be more exact. So a 7-0. So whenever you're a short stack, in final tables, you do want to play kind of for ladders, or so to speak. Like you just play for value. Everybody are like fine to come and hunt, or like they want to play a wider range of hands. And for that reason, you kind of want to be in a camp where you just play, so to speak, for value. Ace Queen suited over here. We go for jam, very standard. What a dreamy flop we had over here. But one thing to mention, my bounty is not that big, so people might be a little bit more on the side of not hunting as much. So over here, Ace King suited will get it in against pocket tens. Ace on the flop, 10 on the flop. This is where we being a short stack now, and the comeback will start. The comeback will start, believe me. There will be a massive comeback in this one. We have 0.6 big blinds, pocket nines. Let's start flipping. Let's start winning. I think this is one of the craziest comebacks I ever done on final table, to be fair. Like, it's not like you don't really get down to this and get back up very often. I have done that a few times, or it has happened to me a few times. You see, I can't even, like, there's even a side pot for the other guy to win. 9s against 6s, 9 on the flop. We will be pretty much quadrupling. 3.6 peak lines, so need a couple of more wins. Very interesting that nobody really plays in any position. Even though I have very small bounty, I would feel like people should play kind of wide. So deuces against queen 10, another flip. We're gonna lock it in. There we go. Lots of emotes, huh? So we are up to 8 big blinds now, and King Jack O. So this one will go in again. I'm wondering if we're gonna get called over here as well. It is into a kind of big stack, so he's supposed to be calling me somewhat wide. I don't have large bounty though. My bounty kind of like one of the smaller ones, but still, like he should still call me somewhat wide. He's just covering me by this much. Doesn't really matter if he has 48 or 40 big blinds, right? Then 8 suited. I like the call. And we hold again, and that's how you run it back up to 17 big blinds, eh? Okay, let's see how it's gonna go from now on. Can't win every single all-in, I can tell you that much. Like, or at least you shouldn't expect to win every all-in. So, surely we're gonna lose an all-in eventually here. So 9s against the aces, unlucky for pocket 9s. Or not, or not. Very lucky, I guess. Very lucky. Damn, this is like too many emotes. What am I doing, huh? This is one of the best streams I have had. If you guys haven't, subscribe to my channel. There will be some streams coming up soon on YouTube, Twitch. I'll be back. So, raising over here with 10s, get it in. Kind of standard. Queen 7 suit is very interesting jam. Like, if you're jamming that, like, very nice flop. If you're jamming that, it's kind of saying like, hey, I think you are folding too much to the jams kind of area. I kind of feel like it's not the end of the world and stuff like that, but it kind of does feel a little bit loosey-goosey. But if he thinks I'm folding too much to jams, that's a good play by him. Do you think like calling would make a little bit more sense? So here we 3-bet ripping jacks. And our opponent has ace queen, so need to win another all-in. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's avoid Broadways. There we go. And that's How you run your stack back up under one big blind, huh? So now we are chip leading. Nah. We second in chips. We are second in chips. What a nice comeback, huh? This one is fault. BBC Brieflop Sharks and Trainer. The most effective way to train and improve your poker skills. Get yours now. So, another all-in over here. Imbala is under the risk. Doesn't have much of a bounty, just 200, like we have a small bounty. Does look like he's going to bust in this hand against Ace Jack. So, kind of large pot over here. Queens against Ace King. Man, what is going on? Why am I using so many emotes? This is so annoying. This is so annoying. Does look like we lose another player. Rich get richer. So it goes 3x over there. I kind of like the call. We're kind of... So we call on the flop. Kind of annoying turn if you play. Like, ace, you can definitely have ace-6 here. So I'm going to assume I'm just calling here with king-queen always. Man, if we would have bet here, it would be very sick spot. And he has ace-jack. Interesting that he didn't bet. I guess he's not betting because he's like kind of not certain if I'm going to call with worse. Kind of feels like should bet small. Okay, we are back to shorty. Call. I guess I can run it as well. I don't think it matters too much. Run it, call it. Like, the money will go in. Like, if he has a queen, we're going to lose either way. Or, like, it's very likely that we are going to lose. Very hard to get away. I guess on an ace and maybe on a king I can get away. And there we go. Win another all-in. Another small comeback. Final table of comebacks, huh? So... Top Greg going for the bounty, Jack 3-0 against A6. Pretty decent bounty, $805. Man, what is going on with these emotes? Bro, what's wrong with you, huh? What's wrong with you, bro? Annoying, very annoying, guys. And we are down to 3 players. We are the shortest stack, locked up 4,500. Top Greg opens. I'm gonna assume we're going to defend here. Okay, like, just let it go. Limp pot. I don't mind check. I don't mind, like, ISO, I guess. Bet small. Call. This one will go in. Easy jamming, or we jam. We jam. So we have drips. He can still have like some 7x, maybe some 8x. He can possibly have some like traps, like maybe some 5x. I think it's kind of unlikely, but like, do you think it's possible? Yeah, yeah, like weak 8x, like weak 8x, weak 7x, maybe some like 3x even there. This makes sense. So we're in second in the chips with pocket tens over here. Should be kind of simple to call. There is some risk premium. Yeah, I just think we're gonna be so far ahead with pocket tens. I don't know why I'm tanking here. It's possible, like, sometimes you play these final labels. It's just like in the middle of a night, you're just taking an extra moment to think about it. Does happen where your brain just fried, and we are flipping. And we're winning a flip. Shocker, huh? Winning an all-in. What a shocker. Been a kind of fun final table, I must say. So, over here we see an open. So, because we covered the big blind, I don't mind 3-bet, but I do think we kind of want to have a lot of flats here, because you kind of want to get involved because of a big blind. So, button will expand their opening range, and we we kind of need to expand our calling range, but we can also expand 3-betting range. It's kind of weird if I 3-bet and big blind folds and button jams, like what I like looks such a great equity to, so to speak, bunt away. So I do like the call. So we have queens. When you have queens here, you're just hoping people go all in, huh? And that did happen. We're going for that 1900 bounty. Oh, the dream. The dream. And so on stream, I probably just talking about the spot, but like obviously I'm not considering folding here. Let's see. So we're playing for 108 big blind pot. King 4 suited, 5. King 4 suited seems very wide jam. Very wide jam. Not a big fan of that with shorter stack. And we hold. We Scooby it all. Get the booty. But yeah, I'm not a big fan. The idea is in PKOs, I'm going to expand my calling ranges, so he needs more of a fold equity. I do expand my opening range as well, so yeah, it's still not that big of fun with, over there. So he opens, we defend with 8-5 suited, very normal over here. So on the river, would like to see a small bet or check call. This is I kind of lean more towards like betting for value rather than go for a check call line, because check call lines in check call lines you need to expect people to find bluffs, and like often people might just like not have. There are a lot of spots where I kind of feel like people might be under bluffing, so you can't really check call your bluff catchers. What is this emote stuff, huh? So ace check against deuces for the W? No. You see, I sometimes lose all ends. Sometimes I lose all ends. But being extremely lucky this final table, obviously. If you play a lot, that stuff happens. So we're opening up 2.5x. It's fine. Small c-bet. Are we gonna get a fold? Nope. So 7 is kind of good card for him. I'm not going to have that many 7x, and this primarily I'd imagine calling 7x. You could argue that he might be leading 7x on the turn quite a bit as well. So just gonna let this one go, I imagine. Seems a little ambitious to start doing some raising or anything like that. So flopping top 2. I guess nothing happened there. What the fuck? Oh, 3-bet and oh yo, 40 big blinds. So often these type of spots, I'm thinking also like it's very opponent dependent. I kind of feel like heads up whenever you play MTTs. Like we went for a call over here. I think this is it, but we'll speak about that hand. Oh yeah, or like you can just win all the all-ins, huh? But typically these type of spots, like hard to say in sense of like I would have to remember, like I don't remember this opponent exactly, but often heads ups in MTTs are being like you adjust a lot of your strategy to your opponent and what you expect you're being seeing, and like what the flow is and stuff like that, because maybe at the time I thought like, hey, he's just jamming very wide. I don't mind the call though. So check call. Thinking, should I lead the river? Should I lead the river? So you want to lead the river if your opponent is not going to bluff here. That is like basically the logic, for sure. But hard to say. Again, like heads ups are. I always find it very like fun in general. So we going to face a check raise here, huh? Calling, raising. Again, it kind of depends on the opponent. I really like, especially in the past, I used to play, and I still kind of feel like whenever you play, like I don't recognize this guy, right? So you do play and you see like what they do, and even if the guy is like a reg, there are quite a bit of regs who I kind of feel like their heads up are kind of really like poor. And I'm not like any heads up expert by any means, but I just feel like what they're doing is very obvious often, and like they just play very poorly. It is very limited data. Like even if you play a heads up match over here, it's probably what, like 30 to 50 hands you grind, maybe like 100 if it's very long, right? So there's definitely some stuff you can like do and adjust to your opponents in heads ups. Looks like we're going to lock it up over here. Take it down from 0.8 big blinds in final table. So there we go. We win this bounty hunter special due 10 for $12,000. And yeah, if you guys like this type of videos, click something on the screen and watch another one. See you there.